it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. How are you? I hope you're doing well today. I am just hopping on to make a fancy fold card, and I'm making this for lovely Abigail, handmade by Abigail, for her giveaway. It's my entry for her giveaway. So what I'm going to make is a new to me card called a flip flap fold card, and this is it. And I got this idea from a blog post via Pinterest, and the blog is called Stamping on the Back Porch. And I have had a little play and made this with a butterfly I had die cut and inked and heat embossed with clear, and the papers were from a giveaway that I won from lovely Anne, Annie Banani Crafts. I couldn't think what it was there. How could I have forgotten Annie Banani? Anyway, so what I've got is a sheet of A4 card, and you're going to cut this to 5.5 by 8.5 inches. The first thing to do. Let's see. 8.5 by 5.5. And then I'm going to do a wee bit of scoring. So I've got my scoreboard, and I'm going to take my piece of card and score it at 1.25 and at 4.25, like so. And this is going to be the back of the card, so I'm just going to do a fold there, and then this one is going to fold back the way, and this is going to be the flap that we stick our front panel onto. So I'm just going to trim that down. So you just need to cut a bit off the top and the bottom. Doesn't matter, doesn't need to be a particular measurement. Okay, now you're going to need some patterned papers, and I've got some more papers that came from Annie Banani. So I've got these, which are kind of matchy, and I am going to do the spotty one inside my card and the swirly one on the front bit there. So the spotty piece, I'm going to cut a panel measuring 4 inches by 5.25 inches. 4 by 5.25, and that is going to get stuck inside my card. So stick that in there, and then the other side I'm going to cut 2 panels. So these ones are going to measure 2 3/4 by 5.25. So I'm going to start with a 5.25, and I'm going to measure 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And these are going to get stuck on either side of that front panel. So one on here, and then one on here. Oh. Now, so that is the basic bit. Now I need a panel that I can write on inside this card, and I need my panel to be the front decorative bit. So I'm going to measure those both the same, and because my card base is white, I'm going to do them both in white. But if you've got, you know, a dark coloured card base, then you would maybe have the front panel the same as your card base and the inside one to be white or paler so that you can write on it. So these are going to be 3 by 4 1/4. So that is going to be okay. Whoops. So 3 by 4 1/4. Oh, that's too short. Okay, let's see. Three by 4 1/4. So, what have I done with my glue? Here it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is position one on the inside. Like so, kind of in the middle. And then this one is going to stick onto there. Now, I'm actually going to use a bit of double-sided tape for this. So it's easier to just put it on the smaller piece, and I don't really like double-sided tape, but I've been using it quite a lot recently. Once I found it and had it on my desk, it's been very handy. So I'm going to hold that down and I'm going to line this up with that one inside, and there we go. So that is my mechanism. Now the idea is to make a card which can be used for any occasion, I think. So what I might do is just stamp on just a note. What have I done? Here's my ink. Oh, I've done a mess of that. Oh no, it's okay. I'm going to trim it down anyway. Oh no, I have made a mess. Right. I'm not so used to these like rubber stamps, and I tend to catch the edge. That's better. Right, so I'm going to cut this out. And I'm going to layer it up a wee bit. Try it on this wee bit here. And need to think, am I going to just pop another butterfly on, or what will I do? Let's put this one on first. Just a note. Put these bits out the road. So I do have lots of butterflies. That's no. Find a good colour. I think that really, no. So I could have just a little one like that, one like that. That's quite nice, isn't it? Introduce a wee bit different colour. Now, should I have it on a wee panel? I am, I don't know. Just on the card with maybe some Nuvo drops or something. Okay. Pop that on there. And get my Nuvo drops. So, something pinky, that's quite good. There we go. I need to obviously let that dry, but that is the Flip Flap Fold card, and I'm going to pop that in the post with the ATC that I did the other week. Where did I put them? I've put them in a very safe place. Anyway, I'll link the video below where I made the ATCs, and hopefully I can find them to stick in the post. But yeah, thank you so much to Abigail for having the giveaway, and yes, I hope that you like this card, and if you're going to give it a go, let me know in the comments. I would love to see what you make. Thanks for watching. Bye.